What is going on, YouTube? Welcome to episode 10.
10, we made it. Double digits.
Nice. Welcome to Mixed Media. We're your hosts, live with Enrique.
Ariana Vialon.
And today we're talking about music. This one's a special one for you, I know.
Why? Why do you say that?
Because I know you. You're my wife.
Yeah, my wife.
You're my wife. Not only do I know you and
Milk's hair.
Milk's hair. Not only are you my wife, but yeah, I know how much music influences you, and it's a big part of your life. I know, sort of robbed a little bit of that when you moved out with me, but nevertheless, it was a really big part of your life, especially you and your sisters and shows. But we'll get into the questionnaires in a little bit. But thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Oh, no. Wrong one. Oops.
How am I a little sideways, no?
Are you a little sideways?
My camera.
Oh, no.
No?
That's because you scooted over. There you go.
How do I look?
Good. You want to put me in focus?
Oh, yeah, hold on.
Yeah. Oh, no. It's good. Don't worry about it. I'm going to be out of focus majority of the time.
No. Oh.
Yeah, I'm blurry.
How do you?
You have to twist the little ring right there. Just that little. Oh, whoa.
Is that more better?
No, that's. Oh, right. No. Go back the other way. Slowly. Stop. No, go back. The stop. Nice. Sorry,
okay.
folks. I thought this was.
I was like, I don't see the difference, but okay.
Yeah. Thanks so much for tuning in. Why does it feel like we haven't done this in forever? It feels like it's been some time.
I'm not sure. I mean, we only do it once a week, which already seems like overwhelming.
What? She said it already
kidding.
seems overwhelming.
I'm kidding.
No, I like the amount of times that we do. Production isn't as high or of high quality. I mean, one can say it is. But looking back at previous episodes, I kind of do miss the lights, the blue lights or the ambient lights, the up lights. Give a little bit more dimension. Make it look a little, ooh.
I don't know. I enjoy the scenery we have going on.
Oh, true. The streets here, cars passing by, especially with my angle. Not only do you see myself right there in the window. I tried covering that out. I said, let me scoot over a bit. But you can also see cars passing by over here. Yeah, I like our setup here. It's super sad that we're leaving. But
yeah, I think it's one of my favorite things about the apartment are the large windows.
Yeah.
When golden hour happens.
Especially because we are south facing. Oh, no, we're facing west. I'm sorry. Our windows are facing west. And every sunset this is filled up with nothing but sun. I think we should try live streaming during the day one day, just so people can get sort of an idea of what it looks like other than just nighttime. But I'm rambling. Let's get on with the show. So as you guys know, today's topic is going to be music. We did have a series of questions for each other and how music impacts us. And, music is an art form that I think you and I both fairly enjoy. That's something that you and I were influencing each other by, I think, especially in the beginning of our relationship, Although we had different tastes in music, we always found stuff together that we thoroughly enjoyed and stuff like that. And
oh, yeah, for sure. We would send each other
songs
links
after songs. Yeah.
Via text.
I mean, we still do now, but we discovered them together because we freaking live together. So.
Yeah, because now we're working from home, so.
Right, exactly. But yeah, I'm excited because I see that you had a few questions for me.
You actually have it opened up. I forgot I can open it up here too. Yes. I had a.
Yeah, I actually wanted to start off because I feel like in the beginning of our relationship, like that Flume remix of that guy rapping "Sleepless Nights." You know,
Oh my
Sleepless.
god, that was like that's the beginning of our relationship.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like not only that, we both were like into like not just EDM. I don't want to say EDM. It was like a specific type of house, electronic, I guess. I don't know. There's so many genres. I know there's like experimental, and then Melly had mentioned one earlier. She's
Alternative.
There's different types of alternative, like alternative, indie,
rock,
and like
pop.
right. And yeah, I don't know. You and I had completely different tastes when we like. I'm talking about in the beginning stages of when we like legit started dating. I feel like music was something that sort of brought us together. Like, ladies and gentlemen, like I'm saying, like we would spend until 3 a.m. talking in the car, like
sitting in front of each other's house.
No kissing, no affection in that way. I mean, there was affection, but it was through words, like getting to know each other and, breaking down each other's walls. But we also
shared a lot of music.
Yeah, I feel like in those aspects of our relationship or those moments, we stay in the car till like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, just listening to music.
Yeah, at that time, I was really into SMAF, which was Spring Awakening Music Festival. So any artist that you can think of, that was the type of music that I think I was listening to heavily back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Here and there, yeah. I'm more into like I would say more mellow, lo-fi.
Now.
But I still like a good beat to a song,
True.
Fast paced.
Well, before we give too much away, why don't we just jump into the questions?
Okay,
cool. I'll let you go first. You do the first 3, I'll do the first 3, and so on and so forth.
So, my first question to Enrique was is how important is music in your life?
Damn.
I was like, yep. We're going in.
That's pretty deep. No, it's very important to me, actually. I don't know why and it's funny because I remember being in an Uber or a Lyft, I'm sorry, on my way to work or on my way home, I can't recall, but this guy was doing Lyft on the side and he was telling me what he did, and he's like, yeah, I'm into musical therapy. And I was like, what is that? I was like, can you explain a little bit more? And he's like, well, does music alter your mood? Does music sadden you or make you feel good, make you feel happy? And then he sort of started explaining it. I was like, whoa, I think a lot of people can say, music is a big part of your life, whether you're a musician or not, whether you consume it or create it, essentially. But for me, I wasn't always a consumer. At one point, I did try to create music, whether it be, in an old friend's basement trying to come up with lyrics to a rap, going to guitar club with one of my best friends, Andy, or going to piano class or guitar lessons separately outside of school, sang a little bit. Nothing professional, but yeah, I don't know. There's something that I always was enticed to like be a part of art, I guess. Like I wanted to be part of that creation. And there was just a new art that took my heart, and it was photography, So I think music, whether it's consuming or creating, I feel like it's a really big part of my life.
I definitely agree. I feel like you and a billion other people.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people can agree. Yeah,
definitely. Okay, cool. Why do you listen to music?
Sometimes I just want to feel sad. Or sometimes I just need to pick me up. Sometimes I need something to keep me focused, and sometimes I need something to mellow me out, Sometimes I just need background noise. There's a lot of specific reasons as a creative when it comes to like editing photos, video, things of that nature. Or even just taking photos, too. You and I usually have music on set.
We started to.
Because,
yeah, you could tell that it was a bit hard for me to get into it when it just kind of like
bums me out.
Pictures and all that stuff.
It bums me out. I'm not going to lie. Because
and they were like, throw some music on. And Yeah, that
It helps.
definitely helped.
Yeah, I feel like not only does it help the creative process, but I feel like it helps loosen all parties involved. You know, like not just the model, but the photographer, because you have something in the background going.
Yeah, you're kind of answering my third question, which is what are the advantages of listening to music? And it does help get things done.
Yeah, or a lot of times it helps you relax, you know, because the type of music that I'm trying to get into that I thoroughly enjoy is classical.
Oh, nice.
Like you always hear me play that what's it called, like Dungeon Ballroom or something. I'll look it up right now. But the second song on that playlist is Howl's Moving Castle.
If you haven't seen that movie, go watch that movie. It's beautiful.
I know, for real. The name of it is, oh dang, have I not listened to it in that long? I liked it though. Hold on. Recently played. Oh my. It's gone. Oh no, okay. It's called Royalty Core. I might get flagged for this, but this is the song that I'm talking about if you guys don't know. Oh.
I think my niece and my sister learned how to play this on the piano.
Yeah, your niece did.
All right, cut it before we get
Okay,
taken
yeah,
down.
before we get taken down. Oops. But yeah, I've been enjoying classical music. But I mean, how does it benefit me? I don't know. It benefits me in a lot of ways, whether it helps me, you know, stay in my state of flow while I'm being creative, or, you know, it keeps my beats per minute up while I'm working out, you know. If I have a good rock song or a good EDM song, that it'll just keep me going.
Metal.
Yeah, sometimes metal. Yeah, or screamo. Yeah. You are like, what is this? But no, you've listened to some of that. Yeah.
I've had my time with that music.
She said,
I still enjoy it.
True.
Remember when I was listening to Under Oath? It was like a month ago or so. No, it will always be with me.
True. Yeah, I actually like those questions. I have a couple similar questions. I feel like a lot of the questions that you had on the document sort of inspired some of the questions that I had for you. But I think my first question was, how does music inspire you?
Yeah, I think you adding on to what you said, it inspires me artistically. It inspires me to work out. Yeah, it inspires me throughout my life. Everything. Oh, wait, what are you doing? Oh, sorry. Yeah, whenever I need a pick me up, I'll listen to music. Yeah, 'cause I feel like it really does affect, you know, it's connected with how you're feeling. As of recently, though, since the pandemic started, I can say I haven't been listening to as much music as I was previously, which is interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting, 'cause
I
feel
don't
like now
know
you
why.
have more time.
Yeah.
Well, then again,
no, you know why
oops.
I think? I think it's because I don't have structure. 'Cause we used to, you know, ride our bikes to the office at certain times, come home. Like there was a routine, and
now there's not much of that.
yeah, everything just seems like kind of chaotic, which is fine.
Because then at work you were also given the opportunity of 8 hours of just random music that you were listening to, and then when you came home.
Well, my form of work, I can listen to music while I'm working. So a majority of the time that I was at work, if I wasn't like speaking with my coworkers, I was listening to music. So yeah, at work in the office, a majority of it, I was listening to music.
Yeah, yeah. You always had your headphones on every time I came by your desk. You would just have your headphones. You'd be like,
one ear open, just in case.
Yeah, show the people what you did. You're just like, that was
what's
you.
good,
Right?
What you need.
And no, yeah, I completely agree. I feel like now, since there's not really a structure to our day, it's just more so work, lounge around. We're in the house.
We've been watching a lot of like
movies, shows,
documentaries.
Yeah, we've just been really distracting ourselves with
other things that we weren't
other
before.
entertainment. Yeah. And I feel like because of that, we already had the structure. We were going out, we were coming home, we already had things to do. We would go out just as much as we went to work, you know.
That's true.
We started going out a lot.
Having people over
Yeah, that too. So I feel like
is
when we had the chance to listen to music, we took advantage of it and, really indulged. And now that we have all this free time, twiddling our thumbs and, finding other ways to occupy ourselves, I feel like sometimes that does make you lose sight of, some other things that you used to do subconsciously.
Yeah,
like without a
definitely.
thought,
Yeah, and you know what? It inspires me to keep going. Certain songs, 'cause it's just like,
Oh, like on bike rides too.
yeah, like pushing me. Like some days it was just very difficult to just get to work, but playing
Yeah.
a certain song, it's just like, no, you got to
Gets you
keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause riding our bikes to work, 6 out of
6 days out of
oh no,
well,
5 out of the
sometimes
7.
6,
Sometimes 6 out of the
living
7.
in Chicago weather.
It
It's brutal.
It is brutal, and then like doing it every day is a pain. Like. I mean, we
Yeah.
did take lifts. Sometimes we did drive, or
Mhm.
there's been like small occasions where we took public trans. But
Yeah, I'd say music inspires me from the very smallest things to very big moments in my life, and yeah, it'll continue to inspire me
nice.
in life.
Who is one of your bigger inspirations when it comes to music? Is there anyone that comes to mind, or a band?
Yeah,
Anyone or band?
The Killers. I think it was the first album that I purchased myself. Hot Fuss.
Okay.
That's one of the few albums that I can listen to from beginning to end. I love all the songs. I got the opportunity to see them for my birthday with my younger sister and my dad, 'cause my dad got into them, which is amazing thing that you can relate to, your father, 'cause most of the time it's a bit hard to relate to things with,
your kids. The
and
generational difference.
and music definitely brings different types of people together.
And that's why I said that in the beginning of the episode. Music was a really big influence for you because you used to go to shows very, very frequently with your
Oh my
sisters
God.
and your dad
Yeah.
when you guys weren't of age. But
And my mom, 'cause she took my first concert, I think, was with my younger sister too, and my mom, and I think we went to see My Chemical Romance with Rise Against. I think that was my first concert.
Jealous. Anywho.
Yeah, it was intense, but it was awesome.
I bet. Dang.
But yeah, I definitely say The Killers. I used to listen to them a lot when I was into Cowboy Bebop. And I don't know if you guys know fan fiction, which are stories about certain manga, anime that fans write that are just creations on their own.
Yeah.
And when I'm reading something, I tend to like to listen to music 'cause it helps. And I would listen to the Killers specifically when reading Cowboy Bebop fan fiction. So whenever I listen to it, it reminds me of that time. I think it was in like middle school, high school. Yeah, the Killers to this day I can say is one of my biggest inspirations. And
nice.
Brandon Flowers, the singer who I'm obsessed with, he actually him and I have the same birthday.
What?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I thought it was so funny. I found that out after.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, for me it was the Killers. For my older sister, she really enjoyed Yellow Card, and then for B, it was My Chemical Romance.
Yellow Card and My Chemical Romance.
Yeah.
So actually, it's funny because
a nice mix.
Yeah, My Chemical Romance was actually the first album that I ever bought by myself. Oh no, I'm sorry, Fall Out Boy from Under the Cork Tree, I believe. Sorry if I butchered that or don't remember the name, but I believe that's the name. And then the second album that I ever bought was My Chemical Romance's first album.
3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge.
I think it was Bullet for My Valentine.
Oh, they're very. Oh, okay. See,
No.
I always think that's the first album, but no. Okay, I know the vampire one, right?
Yeah.
Reminds me of vampires.
Oh my God, she said the vampire one. No, girl.
It's the all dark one with like red, right? Like burgundy.
Yeah, and it has someone hanging up upside down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's very dark.
I'm starting to listen to that, but no, the 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge was my first.
Well, the one that's Helena, I'm Not Okay.
That's on that album.
Yeah, that's when they became mainstream, I believe.
That's when they really started to pick up.
Yeah, and I think their first album, it did well. Don't get me wrong. It did
yeah,
good.
had influence on some people.
Why'd you look up? You said
Well, 'cause it was
some
you.
people.
No.
Don't look at me
I
like
didn't
that. Wow.
No, I didn't mean it like that.
And it's funny because I was super embarrassed that My Chemical Romance even made it in my Spotify 2020 because you know how like everyone
Yo, for
is,
real,
like,
me too.
I was like so
I used
embarrassed.
to listen to that.
I
Well,
was
we used
like,
to listen to them a lot recently.
we did. We also well, that's because it was after the lead singer from LP had passed.
Oh,
And we started,
Chester.
Chester, R.I.P.
Yeah, we just started to listen to them after
We
that.
started listening to them a lot, which really got me back into My Chemical Romance, and I was just like, "Wow, I'm not
And
feeling
then Fall
sad."
Out Boy, and then
Yeah.
Panic at the Disco, All Time Low. I never listened to All Time
Switchfoot.
Low, but yeah, Switchfoot, Yellow Card.
Yellow Card.
Mhm.
So many good stuff. Yeah, and it's actually funny because that's some of the music that I would listen to a lot, especially when skating or like hip hop, like rap, stuff along that line. But it's funny because my music taste has definitely evolved.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
my third question to you is, how does the music that you listen to influence your work?
Yeah, whenever I'm in like a rut, it depending on the music will influence my work and will change how it looks, you know? Yeah, it just depends on what I'm feeling, my mood. It definitely helps influence my mood, which goes into my work, and from there it kind of just the music molds the art, you know?
Yeah.
So it just depends on what I'm listening to at the time. When I'm working, I'm probably listening to something a little bit more dark. Like you said, more sad music, but in turn it makes me happy, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people find happiness in sadness.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of that one movie, that Disney movie, where there's like different emotions controlling this girl or whatever.
Oh, okay. I don't know which one that one is. Oh, bless you.
With like sadness, and then there's like a dinosaur, and this
Oh,
girl's
the
going
movie,
on.
the movie.
What's the that's the movie I'm talking about. What is
I don't know.
whatever? Sadness is important. That's what I was saying. And some people find comfort in that, you know.
Yeah.
It's definitely different for different people. But
yeah, I mean, music caters to all points of your life.
yeah,
You know, it's
true.
It follows you throughout your life.
But those were my first three.
Oh, okay. So my fourth and fifth is, what type of music do you most listen to, and has it changed? And you kind of answered already. When do you listen to music?
Oh, well, I answered like a 3-part question, and I answered one part. Well, yeah, I guess I did answer 2 technically, 'cause it did evolve.
It has.
I don't. I feel like I was sort of raised with R&B from my dad's side. My mom definitely like a lot of Latin music, like Julieta. Then Spanish rock with both
yeah,
of
for
them
sure.
too. And then some rock from Cisco. Like he had Metallica influenced him, like when he worked out, and that kind of influenced me to use it when I skate or work out. So I feel like those were the early stages, and then early on when I started like doing my own research for my own music, that's when it was like Yellow Card, My Chemical Romance, Fall Out Boy, Linkin Park. I think I said Linkin Park twice.
Yeah.
The one that made BYOB, System of a Down, like
Oh,
all these
yeah,
like
that's a good one.
you know, like it was super random stuff here and there.
Coheed and Cambria, I think that's what
Coheed, yeah.
Remember that song? Oh, that's
That one's a
forgot
good
that
one.
one song, but so good.
But yeah, like, and then my friends, like, my old friend Kevin, he would listen to a lot of like up to date hip hop and rap. So I kind of mingled in that. So that's why I got mixed into my like skating playlist. And then Andy was the type that listened to more like electronic EDM. They both kind of did. But yeah, that was sort of my mix. And then slightly before I started dating you, it was still in high school. I think it was like my senior year, where I completely took a left turn with my music taste and my music choice, and it was just jazz.
Oh yeah.
It was straight jazz, like whether it be
Frank.
yeah, whether it be Frank, a little bit of you know, why am I blanking on his name? Dean Martin, sorry. Sammy, Louis Armstrong,
Yep, Louis.
you know, Ella Fitzgerald, the basics, you know, the basics. And it was always that. It was more vocal jazz, like it was singing pieces, 'cause I would just love to sing the jazz songs in my car, you know, some majority of the time in the shower too.
Yeah.
But then after we had moved out, it was sort of a mix. It was jazz, lo-fi, jazz hop, and some like I don't know what Odessa would be considered, 'cause Odessa was something that always influenced me. What would you consider Odessa?
I would, let me see if I can look it up, see if they have. Oh, electronic.
Electronic. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so it definitely evolved. Not that I don't listen to the old genres, 'cause like I said, My Chemical Romance happened to make the top artists that I listened to in 2020. I guess it was a rough year for me. But yeah, I think that's how my music definitely changed. It was, I guess you can say, it matured. And like I said, I'm also getting into classical because I just love hearing someone invest themselves in like you know, in an orchestra, or like a piano solo, or like a cello solo, like stuff like that, or the trumpet, the trombone, like hearing. I think it originates from jazz too, because as you hear a jazz song, each artist, each instrument player gets their moment within the song
Yeah.
to really what do you call it? To have their moment in the song, to have their own solo, you know. And yeah, I think that's where my love for classical, or respect for classical, sort of comes in as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and who, you kind of revealed already what you're listening to now. What are some few artists that you would recommend that you are currently listening to for people during a pandemic? What has been, you know, keeping you occupied during these unknown times?
I wish I could recommend
Maybe looking through your Spotify.
Masigo.
Oh yeah,
I
you know who
wish,
else?
but he's a little bit controversial now with his songs.
Oh
Yeah. But FKJ, I will always recommend FKJ.
you have been listening to him
I love,
religiously.
yeah, I do listen to him religiously. He came out with an EP and I absolutely loved it. I think it was 2020 if I'm not mistaken. It was Lang Lang.
We
20.
saw him live.
We saw him live. I
remember?
know. Seeing FKJ live was like such
It
a like
was
surreal moment for me.
Life changing.
It really was. Like to see this man like
Put
take
his
hold.
all. He put everything in his performance, and I
then
appreciate that.
You know, all artists do it, like encore, encore, and then they come back out for like a couple more songs. He did, but he came back with a glass of wine and just sat at the piano, went crazy.
He
said,
went ham.
I said, yeah. And it's crazy because
the visual effects.
Oh, that was so beautiful too.
Wow. Next level.
Yeah. I don't want to talk too much about shows because I actually want to ask you that question. But what's your next question?
No, you pretty much answered all of them.
I did.
Yeah, what you are currently listening to now, if it's changed. And I'm 99% of the time it is changing, because there's always different types of music that's being released. And like you mentioned earlier, the people that are surrounding you influence your music as well.
Yeah.
The shows that you watch influence. Now that you have like Shazam, even any beat, most of the time I will pick it up and you're able to figure out who that is.
Yeah.
Or like TikTok, I know has had a big influence on
the music industry.
Yeah. Like if you want to be known, that's where you want to go.
TikTok.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I'll answer a couple more of these because you didn't ask some of them. Do you have a favorite band or singer? Why do you like them? I would say.
Oh yeah, who?
He's not really a singer, but FKJ right now. I mean, if I had to like pick a singer, it'd probably be Frank Sinatra or Michael Bublé, but I'm kind of leaning more towards Frank. Or Sammy Davis. Sammy Davis is really good too. He has this like high pitched voice that just goes crazy. Why do I like them? Just because of their vocals and the range that they have, and sometimes it sounds like they're freaking talking, you know, or they make these random noise like boop 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 bop boop bop. Like what? You know, and I think that's just beautiful. Who was my first concert? It was actually kind of embarrassing. I don't like telling people this, but it was actually with my parents.
I mean, that's cute. I had it with one of my parents.
True.
That's not embarrassing.
Yeah, I guess it's not too embarrassing.
They gave you the opportunity to go see who you went to go see.
True.
Which was
Café Tacuba. That was my first concert. So it was a Spanish rock concert. I said,
I just started listening to them because of you, and then one of my family members obsessed with them. I think they've seen them live a few times. Yeah, already.
I think I saw them twice, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think so. Because I think the second time I went with Steven and Esperanza. You met them.
Oh,
Steve's wedding.
okay.
Yeah. My
That's
Uncle
cute.
Steve. That's a whole nother like genre of music that we should definitely get into, Spanish music. But the last question is, what are you listening to right now, and what do you recommend? Oh, that was, I guess, your final question, I guess.
Yeah.
I just have a last few questions for you, and we can wrap this up. How has your music taste evolved? And what are your fondest memories at shows?
Okay. I definitely say it's definitely evolved. I started off with mostly alternative rock. I would go to Warp Tour.
I've never been to Warp Tour.
So many years with my sisters, with friends. There's just a list of rock bands that we would go see. It's just crazy to look back at all of the shows that we've gone to, but a few that I can remember that really stuck with me was the Devil Wears Prada, because they were probably one of my favorite like metal bands.
Yo, they're so good.
Yeah.
Dear
oh my
John,
God.
that's probably my favorite song.
I remember we were in the Subterranean.
Ooh, Asking Alexandria is another good one too.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen them
Just
too.
Stand up and scream.
Cobra Starship, which is more
Cobra Starship.
alternative pop. It's more pop.
No, yeah, it's more. I was gonna say that's not rock, that's pop, yo.
No, yeah, rock shows, pop. We seen Sam Smith. Were you with me when we saw Sam Smith?
No, I went to Lala twice with you.
Yeah, 'cause I saw him at Lollapalooza and on his own, like a private show.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like yeah, the Devil Wears Prada is one that stands out. Odessa, when you were with me, 'cause
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but the first time I ever went to Lala, after we saw Major Lazer, we went onto the next stage, which was Odessa. Yo, guys, when I'm telling you, it was so euphoric. I felt like I was on drugs. It was so euphoric. I felt like I was on drugs.
The Chicago drumline came through.
They brought the Chicago Bulls drumline, and they're like, and like twirling the freaking stick, and I'm just like, and then you see them come out, and then they're like banging on the drums too, and just that was forever. And then we saw them after that Lala.
Oh, we saw them indoors.
Their private shows twice or three times. Once with Melly and Marino, once just us, and another time I think it was with B.
No,
and Steven?
No, I don't think B and Steven ever came with us. No.
Oh no, that was Catfish and the Bottlemen.
Did you ever go to a show to see The Neighborhood?
I don't recall. No, I don't think so.
I remember that we were talking, and we ended up finding out that we went to a show, but separately because we didn't know each other at the time. 1975. Yeah. I think I went there with B and Steven.
Yeah.
And then you said you were there.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
And we missed each other.
Yeah.
I think it was the same year too, where it was the same show, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we've gone to
quite a few together.
Oliver Tree, his last concert and his last tour.
Oh my God, his was really good.
And
too.
he was doing wheelies on a wheelchair. I said, this motherfucker already.
He broke his foot, right?
Yeah, or he
injured.
He was going through something.
Yeah,
like he lost a lot of blood or something. Like he shouldn't have even been doing the show. I said, and this man's still doing the show. God damn, like
Oliver Tree, yeah.
He was a good one. Odessa, FKJ, Catfish and the Bottlemen.
Oh yeah.
I think we saw them at Lala too.
I believe
the second
so.
Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were better private, to be honest.
I mean,
it was a smaller, more intimate show.
Yeah.
It was so good, and we went all the way to Milwaukee or something like that.
Yeah, we did, 'cause we ended up taking my mom's car.
I have a lot of fond memories at shows with you.
I definitely think now what I'm listening to is a lot more sounds, rhythm.
Yeah.
It's like not a lot of audio to it.
Yeah. Or you mean lyrics or vocals?
Yeah, there's no vocals to it. It's just the beats.
Well, that was going to be my next question. I was going to ask, do you prefer playlists or your likes? Because I know you have like a bunch of likes on SoundCloud, and so do I. Like, our likes go way back when.
I've been slowly going through my SoundCloud likes to transfer them because we're now on Spotify, which I think I've jumped on, a year or two ago, because I was against Spotify because I thought it was just too overwhelming. But then I come to learn
too mainstream. But no, I mean,
I actually enjoy it.
I do too, but I still like going back to
SoundCloud.
Yeah, because it has a lot of illegal music.
It's more underground.
Yeah, like a lot of sampling, and I like that.
I feel like if you want to get and stay on SoundCloud, you probably want to pay for it because it's a bit annoying hearing all the ads. And I think that's why, because mine I don't pay for it because I'm just like, we just have Spotify. Yeah. I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to do one. Right. Yeah. So I think that's why it kind of has deterred me to get back on it. So that's why I only go to my likes. But I think I like to listen to my some of my playlists that I've put together on Spotify. Still all the like songs on shuffle. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the type of person you are. And last question. Who do you recommend, or what genre do you recommend for people right now?
So let me take a look at my Spotify. Apps that I recommend to find music: Spotify, SoundCloud, and Indie Shuffle.
Oh, yo, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm telling you, she always puts me on when it comes to Indie Shuffle. I'm like, yo, girl, send me that song. I said, girl, send me that song.
Always, he's like, we're listening, like I'm listening to music, or he's listening to music. The other one is doing something else, and we're like, can you send me that song?
Yeah.
Or did you send me that song?
It's not as cute as it used to be, because before we would text each other randomly, like, hey, thinking of you when I heard this song, Now we're always together, so when you find a song, I'm like, hey, can you send me that song? Or vice versa, But yeah, what are some of your recommendations before we sign off?
I'm looking through my bedroom pop. I definitely recommend Clairo. Love her music. So
it's so, I don't know, it's
so
different.
Cute.
Yeah.
It's so cute, and it's so different.
I'll be your girl or something like that. Was it
Pretty Girl, Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Yeah.
Someone else I've been listening to a lot is Boy Pablo.
Boy Pablo is good. That was your number one artist, I think, for 2020, right? Yeah. Oh, that one song, Naked, by, what was it? If you guys get a chance, go check out Naked by Bickle.
Is that what it's called?
Check. You're going to have to check. I have no idea. But, man, it just puts you in such a happy mood for no reason.
Yeah, you're right.
Bickle, right? Yeah.
Nice. Let me... Nujabes. Nujabes?
I say Nujabes because I thought that's how you pronounce it, but you know how
Nujabes. Very good. Because of You.
Because of me.
Samurai Champloo, I think he was on their soundtrack.
He was, I think, the executive producer for the show. He was in charge of like the music. But yeah, he's the one that sort of influenced the lo-fi community. He's the one that sort of started that genre. A lot of people say or debate otherwise, but I think he did have such a heavy influence on others in that genre of music. But Nujabes, yeah, he takes a lot. And, people sample from animes or Studio Ghibli movies and add it to lo-fi songs, and this man did it for animes, like mixed hip-hop and jazz. And
so beautiful.
He's a staple.
Perfect pair.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I listen to a lot of K-pop, J-pop.
You just were getting into J-pop and K-pop.
I just started making a playlist.
This one's my jam right here.
You might have to put it up.
Oh, my bad.
Because of TikTok.
Actually, for real. Hold on. Let me fast forward, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on.
R.I.P.
Oh, yeah, R.I.P. She said, what does she want? What does she...
Love it.
Hold on.
We're learning new languages.
We're probably gonna get copyrighted for
Okay,
this.
stop it.
But they haven't even heard the chorus. But that one's a good one. That one's "Stay With Me" by Miki
Miki Matsubara.
Miki Matsubara.
Maybe I definitely we'll obviously still get further into music. Right now we're just kind of touching the surface. Maybe we can actually
jump
go
into
our
subgenres.
playlist,
Yeah,
and
I love that.
recommend, because I've seen on videos where they have they'll actually play the music for a little bit, and they'll show like the album cover or the song cover.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get into like more specifics.
Yeah, because I would love to.
I love recommending music.
Yeah, absolutely. And then not to mention, you and I, or you more so, were invested into the documentary. I knew some of this information, and my parents were inspired by it. But we watched a documentary on Spanish rock. Jumping into different genres and sort of expanding on them, and some of the songs that influenced us and got us into that genre or subgenre.
So much.
Yeah,
so much
there's
to
so
explore.
much music, and I just wanted for today's episode to sort of preface, we're going to be jumping into it, because there's different
kind of our take on how music has influenced us as a part of our lives, what we're into,
right.
And please share
music
artists that you're listening into, because I always like to get into new sounds, artists.
Yeah, for sure.
This excites me.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it gets your blood boiling, like, ooh, or like when you finally find a song that you've been looking for quite some time. It's
or something that you used to listen to a lot, and you're like, oh my gosh.
Memories.
Wow.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was episode 10.
Yes.
Woo! Thank you for joining us on today's episode, Tuesday. Don't forget, we do live stream on Tuesdays, usually between the times of 7:30 to 8:30 Central Standard Time. So be sure to hit that bell notification, hit that like button, and we will see you guys next Tuesday. But again, we're your hosts, Live with Enrique.
Ariana Villalon.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Bye.